Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So Chicken Genius, a prominent Palantir investor, has just sold all of his Palantir positions. So was this a good decision? Do I think Palantir is going to go down in the short term, and why did he do this? Did he lose faith in the company? So this is what we're going to discuss in this video, and as always, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see Palantir content. And why not follow me on Twitter? My handle is @VinceIsBullish. Say hi to me and say that you're from this YouTube video. So I know a lot of you are asking that Palantir has gone up 30% in a few days. It was $7 and change before the earnings, and now it's close to $10. A lot of you are thinking, should we take profit? And this guy actually pulled the gun and he took profit. So is Palantir going to crash in the short term? I have a few opinions about this. One of them is that if you watch his video, which I forgot to play for you now. Anyways, I'm not going to do it. I anyways just wanted to play the part when he just says that he sold. So if you watch this video, he's extremely short term. He's looking at days. That Palantir jumped up and it was a few days here, and he thinks in a few days it will be here. So if you are not if your time horizon is longer than a few days, then you have no business in copying what he is doing. The second thing is, he clearly said in the video, if certain things happen, for example, if the price goes above 10 and it stays above 10 for a few days, he wants to buy back in because it's a bullish sign for the company. So he wants to be safe with his money, and he's even willing to lose money to be safe, and is willing to even buy back at a higher price. But as in terms of should you sell Palantir now because it has gone up so much, here's my honest opinion. We have been conditioned in this market that since 2021, if you just wait, prices go lower. And if there is a dip, you have zero urgency to buy, because in a few months, the price is just going to be lower. And the problem is that I don't think that we are in that bear market anymore. So you will start to see issues when you sell a stock and you're like, okay, it's gone up a lot, I'm going to sell at 10 because you see it will go down to 7. And let's say it doesn't go down to 7, it goes to 9.1, and then it shoots up to 12. And then you're going to say, no, I'm not going to buy back into this stock because it's going to dip. You see it's going to dip. And then it goes from 12 to 11 or 10.50, and you're going to say, you will see this will go back to below 10. And then it doesn't, and then it goes up to 15, and then you say, I'm not buying yet, I'm going to buy on the next dip. And you get the idea, and then it will go all the way to 20 like this, and then you're like, okay, that's it, I give up, I'm just going to buy, and that's probably going to be the top, and then you will end up buying at the top again. So I think that the bear market is past, and you have to buy the dip, especially in this company if you're bullish on it. And I wouldn't, my time horizon is 10 plus years in this company, and I cannot even begin to think to sell at these prices. I think that this huge increase in the stock price, I, by the way, watched Tom Nash's video about this, and he said, yeah, because there was this gap and the gaps have to close. BS, gaps don't have to close. The reason why the stock went up this much is because the stock was mispriced. All the analysts had the stock at the worst case scenario, perpetual growth of 15% per year. And the moment when Palantir showed that the growth is re-accelerating, Karp was talking about them having higher demand, they had to readjust their DCFs, and this readjustment was the 30% increase. So it doesn't have to come down. And on top of it, there is a lot of people who are just now starting to look at Palantir for the first time because they're finally get profitable. And, Cathie Wood has just bought back in, and I think that there is going to be, when the stock, I don't know if it's going to fall, but if it falls on the way down, there's going to be so many new people who is going to be buying up the dip. So you need to change your mindset. The bear market is over, and at best, we might be in a bull market, but for sure the market is going sideways, and very unlikely that we will see new lows for Palantir. And as for, if you should be following this trade, because, you want to go down and trading in the days, I was a technical trader before I became a fundamental trader. And let me tell you something. I found that the year when I was a technical trader, we made, I think it was like 25% plus on the portfolio, whereas the S&P 500 in a comparable period of time made 15%. Our portfolio was $100,000, so I made $10,000 more being very active on the market than as if I just had it in the S&P 500 index, which sounds good, right? But here's the problem. I counted up the hours, and I could have spent those hours that I spent technical trading, being at the market, watching my computer, being there every day at market close and market open, reading the news. So if I take those hours, I would have made more money working at McDonald's than what I made with this extra thing. So I realized that it's much, much better to invest for the long term, focus your attention on your main income source, increase your income, and make 15% on $1 million, $2, $3 million than make 30% on $100,000. Do the math, is going to be a lot better for you. So if you have a small portfolio, it's not even worth thinking about selling Palantir. And the last point of the video, do I think the stock is going to crash? And there's 0% chance that I can predict the stock price. But if you would put a gun to my head and you would ask me for a stock prediction for what's going to happen to Palantir, I would be very surprised if the stock doesn't go over 10 and it dips and goes below 8. And that is for the reason that I think that there is a lot of investors who are not looking at Palantir just because it was never operationally profitable. Just look at YouTube. I don't know if, I think many of you who watch this, you watch the Finance Junkies with Emmett, and he has 2 Palantir bears on the channel, people who hate Palantir. And after these earnings, one of them bought Palantir, albeit it was a joke that he bought it, but still he said his viewpoint changed on the company. You have Joseph Carlson, very big YouTube following. He did a video where the video was detailing why he wouldn't invest in Palantir. And even he tweeted that, guys, when I made that video, I made it based on the data that was available. The data is changing. Palantir reported earnings, and he didn't say I turned bullish on Palantir, but he said the data coming out of Palantir is very, very good. And there is this huge sentiment change all over the market about Palantir right now, and it doesn't play out in a few hours after earnings. I think it will take weeks and weeks to play out when, the fund managers analyze the company, watch all of my YouTube videos and all of Arnie's YouTube videos before they make this super important decision and they buy. And I think that this is going to create a prolonged buying wave for the stock. But there's 0 chance that I can predict the stock price. If I could, I would not be sitting here speaking to you guys. I would be a billionaire on a private island with chicks around me in very tight bikinis. So I clearly cannot predict stock prices. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Say hi to me on Twitter. Vince is bullish. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.